Hello guys, Skypoint here, and what an exciting day it is. A new faction has dropped in the game, and honestly the timing took me a little by surprise. I was hoping it would be in the morning so I could make this video before work, but oh well, it's just good to have a new faction. So of course in this video we are going to go through all of their cards and I'm going to give my opinion on them. But first, let's just talk about what makes this faction unique. It is, of course, a Titan factions, and what this means is you can build your own Titan from some of the cards that you have. So before I start going into the cards, let's just take a look at what it means to pilot a Titan. You get the Titan Builder interface, and so what you're going to do here is choose which weapon you want on your body. In this case, paired lasers. We'll see what that is. You also get paired missile launchers or paired mega bolters. And then you choose for each of your arms which weapon you want. Micro Gatling Blaster, Sun Fury Annihilator, or Ariok Claw for the right arm, and the Sun Fury Annihilator, Micro Gatling, or the Bellicosa Cannon for the left arm. Alright, so that's the way it works. So obviously once you unlock the cards, you acquire the cards for the weapons, you can use them. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and start getting into Titans card by card. Let's go to all cards. Okay, so we are going to start with the Warlords, or in this case, the Titan Body. So coming in, the rare, or the green Warlord is Domine Ex Venari. 0 attack, in common with all of the Titan bodies, and 35 health. Alright, let's zoom in and take a look at what they have. So, the Domine Ex Venari, it cannot attack itself. For 2 energy, you can give frontline to a friendly vehicle, or if you don't control any vehicles, you draw a card. That's kind of interesting. 2 energy to draw a card is very Horus Lupercal, although of course this has low initiative instead. And if you do have any vehicles in play, you can give it frontline. So obviously giving a vehicle frontline is going to protect your arms and your body from damage. It's interesting. I'm not feeling if it's super powerful. Let's take a look at some of the others. We have Cerberus Regnum, the Epic Titan. Let's take a look here. This also cannot attack. 0 attack and then 40 health. For 1 energy, give shield to your Warlord or a Titan weapon. Now that is actually interesting. So shield will allow you to resist at least 1 of the attack. It's going to force your enemy to use up an attack or a tactic to try to break the shield before going in for the assault. That's not bad. I personally feel that's a bit more useful. This also has low initiative. And lastly, we're going to take a look at the legendary body, the RM Castigator. 40 health, 0 attack, cannot attack. And oh, that's actually interesting. I forgot to check the default weapons. So Domine Ex Venari has... Okay, so yeah, oh I see. So it only has 2 weapons you can put on. So it starts with nothing, you've got to choose what you want. Same with Cerberus Regnum, it has no weapons. Aurum Castigator is going to be a larger Titan, so it does have the Laser Destructor and the Plasma Annihilator already. And I'm assuming, I don't have proof for this, that you can probably add 2 more weapons on top of your choice from the Titan Builder. Alright, anyway, let's take a look here. So, it has very low initiative. I think that's to compensate for the extra weapons it has. But its ability is very interesting. 2 energy to heal 3 to a friendly vehicle or Titan weapon. I think this is the best ability out of all of them. So... Domine Ex Venari, it's a little bit meh, just frontline, that's how it protects its weapons. Cerberus Regnum gives a shield, so each weapon can take 1 hit of any magnitude, small or large. But Aurum Castigator actually repairs its weapons. I think that's a big, big difference. Am I going to take a look at their chat lines? Let's look at their chat lines quickly. Domine Ex Venari, let's listen to these. Let's see, I am the Huntress.
I am the Huntress. Take aim. Turn them into cinders. You're giving me a fight worth fighting. Victory for the Great Mother. Elude, encircle, obliterate. A moving blade cannot be broken.
Alright, I actually like all of these. They're fairly strong, they're dramatic. I can imagine situations where you do use all of them. So, I like these chat lines. Let's go ahead and look at Sabris Regnum.
Let us hope the machine god blesses us.
A little bit weak, alright.
I cannot allow this to pass without response.
Okay, so you do that when, you know, the enemy's played a move, but you've got a good comeback.
You have displayed great cunning.
Yeah, okay, the other guys did something interesting.
Get those void shields back online.
Alright, that's a good one, because that goes so well with his ability to get a shield back up. I like it.
Whatever is done well enough is done quickly enough.
What does that even mean?
The artifices of the Omnissiah have been perverted.
Again, not so keen, but this does get bonus points for having the root word pervert in the text. So, alright, let's see. Alright, what about the legendary? Aurum Castigator.
Behold the might of the machine god!
It's a great one to start the battle.
You should take cover!
I like that, as you start preparing your weapons.
All power to void shields!
A little bit pointless, unless you've got tactics or something, which gives you shields.
Weapons locked and loaded!
Again, assuming some of the Titan weapons have siege mode, that's good.
None can stand before us!
Great for after you wiped out the enemy.
Beg not for the mercy you do not deserve!
Oh, that's perfect for the finisher. Alright, so I think Aurum Castigator not only has the best ability, it has the best chat lines. Alright, so let's continue with this. Let's start getting into... Actually, before we go through our tactics, we're going to go down and look at the weapons first. Alright, so the Carapace weapons. So, where's the paired lasers? Ah, there it is. Okay. So it looks like paired lasers are what you start with. So, looking at these as the Carapace weapon. When this unit is attacked and receives... Oh, okay, so you always have the Carapace lasers available. Wait, let me go back to this a second. So going back to the deck, the Titan Builder. Paired lasers is there on the Carapace. So I guess you've got one of these on each side, maybe? And... Okay, no, you know, I should have really played a match first. Anyhow, let's go down and take a look. Sorry, oops, collection. Down here, all cards. Okay, so the paired lasers, what you start with. So whenever they're attacked and get damage, so attack means a unit hits them, not a tactic or ability, and receives damage, then it gets stunned. And then its siege ability is that it has to be prepared. Okay. That is... one damage twice. I mean, it's not the greatest ability, but I guess as the basic weapon you have, it's alright. Interesting. We'll see. I'm assuming because it's paired, there's one on each side. What's the other paired weapon? The Mega Bolter. So this also has this shutdown. It gets stunned when it receives attack. When it gets attacked, it's siege mode now. It's 1 to 2 damage to 2 random enemies. Okay. So with the paired laser, you choose who's going to get hit twice. One target gets hit with 1 point of damage twice. So you guarantee 2 points of damage to a single target. With the paired Mega Bolter, you get 2 points, either split 1 between 2 enemies, or 3 or 4 points to 2 targets. I'm not sure. That's a little bit too random, I think. I prefer the paired laser, I think. It's more reliable to know who you're hitting. Unless, of course, you're facing just one target, in which case you're guaranteed to do more damage with the paired Mega Bolter. Paired Missile Launcher. Shut down, cannot attack, siege, deal 1 damage to all enemies. I like that one the most. Area damage is always great. Alright, so I think my Titans will be built with paired Missile Launchers. Okay, the other option you now have is for, I guess the Warlord Titan, is the well, no, not Warlord, it's the Reaver Titan, I build. Anyhow, let's take a look. Missile Launcher. Deal 1 to 2 damage to all enemies, needs no loading, that looks fantastic, I love it, area damage. Mega Bolter, 3 energy. If the target dies that does a lot of damage, draw a card. That is a nice effect. Dealing damage, killing things, and drawing a card, all for 3 energy. That looks very strong as well. I think both of these look good so far. And lastly, the Turbo Laser. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy 3 times for 6 energy. No. I do not like this one at all. Missile Launcher and Mega Bolter are both excellent sounding. The Turbo Laser... I mean, when you cut down to just 1 enemy left, it makes sense. It's 6 energy, though, to do 6 points of damage. But the problem is, if there's multiple enemies, you may spend a lot of energy and not hit the ones you really want. I don't like this. Alright, a few more things. We're going to see the other weapons. So we have the close combat weapon, the Ariok Claw. So, again, it has that shutdown effect. Oh, but this is after it attacks, and then you spend 2 energy and it can attack again. Okay, that's not too bad. It has 4 attack. Every time it punches something, it does take 4 points of damage. It's okay, especially if you give it a shield and then you punch something hard, it could actually work quite nicely. Alright, let's keep going. The Bellicosa cannon is epic. Let's keep going to the Micro Gatling. So this has shutdown. When it's attacked, it gets stunned. And then 3 energy, deal 2 to 4 damage to everyone. That's pretty good, apart from this shutdown ability. I think the Titan faction needs to be heavy on anti-stunning cards and abilities. We have the Sun Fury Annihilator. Oh, it has Overload. Oh my god, it gets stunned when it attacks or when it is attacked. Wow, interesting. So when you go into Siege, it gets stunned. And then when you activate Siege, it also gets stunned? This is an extremely slow weapon. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Alright. Gatling Blaster. Has shutdown when attacked. Deal 2 energy, 1 to 3 damage to all enemies. So let's say if you have the Micro Gatling, that's 2 to 4 damage to all enemies for 3. Gatling Blaster. Oh, I see. Yeah, the Gatling Blaster is 1 to 3 damage. Also with Siege. Action feels a little slow so far. Well, maybe when you see the cards, it'll make more sense. Laser Blaster. 2 damage to a random enemy 3 times. And Overload. It gets stunned after activating. Interesting. I seem to prefer the other Gatlings which don't have Overload on them. Coming into, you know what, let's take a look at that Bellicosa cannon, the legendary weapon. Siege, deal 12 damage, and then extra damage to vehicles, structures, or Titan weapons. Wow, that's actually pretty powerful. Yeah, I see why that's the legendary here. That is a really good weapon. With that shutdown effect, though, it's really vulnerable to being swarmed. Okay, we've looked at everything on this row. Power Fist. Shutdown and Overload. 3 attack. And it gets stunned every time it acts. Fair enough. Volcano Cannon, another legendary. Has shutdown. It does not have Overload. Deal 8 damage or 4. Okay. It's very similar to the Bellicosa cannon. It just costs, I think, a little bit less. 3 energy for Siege versus 2 energy for Siege. It's like a light version of the Bellicosa cannon. We also have the Plasma Annihilator. So, shutdown, cannot attack, overloads. Area damage, again quite slow. And the Suzerain Destructor. Shutdown, cannot attack. Okay, also, wait. That's the same as the Plasma Annihilator, isn't it? Shutdown, can't attack, overload, 3 energy, siege, 8. Oh, it does. It even looks the same. It's just a different variant, I guess? Yeah, it feels like a different variant, I guess, of that. Interesting. And lastly, Laser Destructor. I think this was the default weapon on the Aurum Cascade. Oh, I see. Yeah, the Aurum Cascade has Laser Destructor and Plasma Annihilator. So maybe it comes with fixed weapons. It uses these and that. Alright, I don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at the Laser Destructor. Okay, so laser destructor is just exactly like paired lasers, except it fires one more time. And it has more health. Again, making the legendary Titan significantly better than the others. Yeah, I guess the legendary comes with a laser destructor, one on each side, as well as the plasma annihilator. And suzerain destructor you can probably put on whoever you want. Maybe. Stay. Okay. So with that, we've covered the weapons, and we can... Oh, before we go, we'll take a look at their counterattack. Lower by 1 the ability cost of a friendly Titan weapon this turn. Okay, not bad. Alright, let's get into their cards. Enhanced Auspex for 1 energy. Choose a troop in the enemy hand, increase its cost by 2. Useful, it could potentially slow down the enemy early game. Munition silos. Load the siege ability of a friendly unit. Okay, so this is a building, you put it down, it loads the siege ability, which is going to help you avoid some of these penalties for weapons, like I think the laser blaster, where loading the siege ability will cause overload itself. That seems a bit better. I hope I'm interpreting that right. I haven't tried these factions. Okay, Paragon of Conquest. Legendary 1 energy. Oh, okay, that is great. Load the siege ability, and it has reflection, so you can just start charging up all your weapons with that. That is very useful. It's a legendary though, so you only get 1 copy, but it gives you 1 devastating turn. Relentless March. Okay, that's why there's overload. This will permanently remove your overload from it. Okay, so if you want to use those weapons with overload, you need Relentless March. Got it. Shield Breaker. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. If it has shield, deal 3 additional. That is great, especially because you're probably going to see lots of shield effects on enemy titans. So far, out of the 1 energy cost cards, Paragon of Conquest and Relentless March definitely seem the best, followed by Munition Silos and Shield Breakers. Enhanced Auspex is... I just don't think it makes enough difference to use up a space in your deck. Burden of Loyalties next. Give frontline to a friendly unit until your next turn. Okay, I guess it's going to soak up a hit, maybe. Not super impressed by it. Forward Shields. Okay, this is a good one. It has reflection, so you can play it repeatedly in the same turn, and you can use this to get your shields up. So definitely I like that, and I think that is one of the ones where where's that chat line which goes with it. Nope, it's on this one over here. Yeah.
Get those void shields back online!
You use that chat line, and that's when you play forward shields, and you dump a whole lot of energy into shields on your Titan. Gravitonic Sensor, 2 energy epic, all enemies lose stealth, and for each one of them that was already damaged, refill 1. That works really well with some of those missile launchers, which do area damage, then you play Gravitonic Sensor and you refill back up. I like it. Maniple of 1. Heal 2 to your Warlord and Titan weapons. Your Titan weapons are life. Being able to do an area heal like this is, I'm sure, going to be priceless. This might be a common card, but it looks very, very useful. Promethium Depot. Structure, lower by 2 the ability cost of a Titan weapon this turn. Not bad. I mean, it's a cheap unit with a very low cost. It only costs 5. It only costs 2 energy, and it has 5 health. It might be useful. Seems handy. What's this? Vironi Cerastus. Oh, it's a knight. Vironi Cerastus. It's a knight. Pretty certain we have this as a warlord. Overload, so when he attacks it gets stunned. It has flanks, so it can attack straight away, and it has terror. Coming in at a low cost with flank and 3 attack, there's a lot of things it can destroy. This looks pretty good. Shame about the overload, but honestly it was probably going to die the very next turn anyway with just 2 health, so it probably won't make a difference. I like this. Full Stride, epic card. We give Bloodthirst to a friendly Titan weapon this turn. Oh, that's great. You can use it either to repeatedly fire a weapon that doesn't have siege, or trigger load up with siege and fire. I like that. That looks good. Alright, what else we have? Legio Graphanicus. Give +2 and Survivor 2 to a friendly vehicle or structure. Not bad, given how important structures seem to be for support. I think this will be reasonably important to have for your deck. Another legendary, Omniscience Grace. Oh, this is another knight. It has shield and it gains +2 whenever your warlord or a friendly titan weapon is attacked. That is pretty cool. Once you put it into play, it basically buys your titan warlord or weapons a little bit of time, because your enemy needs to focus on taking this guy down instead of attacking you, because I'll just make this guy very, very strong very quickly. And with shield and 4 health and inflicting 4 damage to anyone who attacks it, and costing just 3 energy, this is absolutely excellent. Okay, what else do we have here? That was Omniscience Grace. We have Omniscience Strength, another knight. If you control a structure, gain front line. Okay, that's pretty good. It works with that structure synergy. So, okay. It is a common card, so it's probably not supposed to be the greatest, but it's kind of a cool effect. Orphean, an epic knight. Whenever an enemy dies, refill 1 energy. Oh, that is great. Imagine if the enemy has a bunch of low health units on the board. You drop this guy and then you fire a missile launcher effect to do some board damage and refill a whole bunch of energy. I like it. Power generator, another structure. Okay, so as your units start getting stunned because of the overload effect, the power generator is healing them and fixing that. Extremely useful. I think this is one of the best looking structures I've seen coming up here. Pride of Ryza. Give shield to your warlord and adjacent titan weapons. Okay, that is very, very useful. I like it. Wait, nope, I went too far. Smash attack. Deal 3 damage to an enemy and stun it. That's actually okay, because you can use this to, for example, slow down an enemy titan weapon that's been stunned, or if your own weapons are currently stunned, you can temporarily disable one of the enemy's most powerful units in order to kill that unit with your weapon the next turn. So this looks pretty tactical. I like it. Another legendary, Tacticaris Moderati. Your warlord gains resolution 2, heal 2, and give shield to a random friendly titan weapon. That is... Yes, you definitely need this for your warlord, for your titans. It's going to make them so much harder to kill. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, I like this card a lot. Death Pulse. Deal 1 to 3 damage to all enemies for each unit killed. Refill 1. Okay, so that is Orphean, except as a tactic instead. Not bad. I think that's very cool. Display of Might. Give can't attack to all your enemies until your next turn. Draw a card. Oh yeah, absolutely important with how much time your own weapons and things are going to spend being stunned. Yes. Sorry, I just with a caveat, yes, but I also feel this might be a little slow. I don't know. Could be useful. It just depends how much stun removal effects there are further down in the deck. Emergency repairs. That sounds good already. Oh yeah. Heal 8 and remove stun from a friendly titan weapon. Or heal 4 to another unit. No, no, no. You want to use this on your weapons. You want to have 2 copies of this in your deck. Absolutely top tier card. Hangar Bay, 4 energy. Draw 2 vehicles from your deck and give them +1/1. Extremely slow. Modest boost to the vehicles. Yeah, it's draw 2 from your deck. I don't like it. Knight Lancer. Overload, shield, and first strike. Shame about that overload, but coming in at 4 energy with 4 health and shield and a whopping 6 attack with first strike, it's actually pretty good. And now I sort of take it back about Hangar Bay, because imagine with Hangar Bay, this guy will come out as 7-5, which becomes a lot more dangerous. Moritane Acastus, Overload, and Frontline. This is just a defensive unit, I think. Does nothing, you just want to stick it down, probably not attack with it, let it soak up hits. It's just okay. Tyrannus Styrix. Spend 2 energy to gain +2/2. Okay, that's pretty interesting, except it cannot act again. So you put it down, it's got average stats for its cost. Next turn you can either use it to attack or make it beefier. This, yeah, I don't know, I just don't feel that. I think it's too slow of an effect. Void Shield Relay. Is this a Void Shield on crack? No, it's not. Okay. So it cannot attack, it has shield itself, and it gives shield to a random unit. That is very neat. It also does this as a resolution, so once you put it into play, you get this unit, and you definitely get shield on something else. I think that's extremely handy, so this is a good card. Catastrophic Damage. Destroy a damaged enemy troop and stun adjacent units. Oh, that is great. I mean, this is your instant kill unit. I mean, it relies on something being damaged first, but this being your hard removal, you need both copies. Alkach Warden. Okay, this is an improved version of Tyrannus Styrix. It has better stats, and for 2 energy, it does gain the same stats, except it also now gets frontline. Still not great, but Kolkach Warden is definitely much better than Tyrannus Styrix and worth the 1 energy point more. Okay, we're coming close to the end. Kinmorn. Cheap, great stats, shame about the overload, but again, to be honest, you'll probably get 1 attack out of it before it gets targeted and killed. So it could actually be surprisingly good. I mean, for 5 energy, you get 1 really hard hit in at the at the start of your 6 energy turn. And it's quite hard to kill something with this much health if you play it on curve. So I actually think this is better than it sounds. Generator Warhound. Okay, coming in. This also has great stats. Deal 3 damage to 2 random abilities. That's an excellent ability. I actually think that as good as Kinmorn is, Generator Warhound is better. Which, of course, makes sense. This is an epic. Kinmorn is a common. Avatar of the Omnissiah. Heal 5 to your Warlord and Titan weapons and give them shield. Yes, yes, yes. I think if you got one of the big Titans with 4 weapons, this is 25 points of healing plus a shield. So absolutely important to have 2 of these. Another legendary, Elmarius Nova. This is a Warhound, okay. Overload Shield Battle Honor, remove stun from all your units. Oh my god, that's excellent. If you attack, and I guess it gets stunned, I'm hoping its Battle Honor effect removes the stun that it just got from its own overload. If so, this is incredible. Especially if you give it that neutral card which gives Battle Honor to, which allows things to, which gives Battle Honor act again. This could get very useful and powerful. I like it. 6 energy, great stats, and a shield once more. I love it. Metallica Warhound. Overload, Battle Honor, refill 3 energy. Okay. That's alright, I guess. I just feel some of the cheaper, similar effects of vehicles which come in and have overload are just a bit better. I don't know. Refilling 3 energy can be very handy though. But playing on curve at 6 health, I'm betting a lot of things can destroy it easily at that point. Another epic, Steel Claw. It's a Warhound. Overload, shield, frontline. Oh, that is great. The overload doesn't matter. It's frontline. You're just going to stick it down and let it soak up hits. And with shield, it's going to soak up a lot of those. Shield and 7 health. And with 9 attack, anyone hitting it will get murdered. This is great. Astroman Warhound, Overload, and Flank. I mean, mean, not bad. You bring it in, you can hit a target, and of course, remember, like something like this is great for hitting other Titan weapons because they are targets for flank attacks. So you can use this as a nuke, I guess, to hit a Titan weapon. It's then going to overload and go stunned and be vulnerable, though. Corpus Secutari. Put 2 Secutari hoplites in play and give them front line. I mean, that's okay. Here's Secutari hoplites. 4 attack, 6 health, front line. You're not playing them from your hands, so you don't get the... Oh, wait. But it did say give them front line. That's actually not bad. It gives you 10 points of protection, of health protection, for a cost of 8 energy. That's pretty okay. I am interested in this card. Huh. Alright, what else do we have here? Manufactorum Imperialis. Structure. Choose a vehicle and from Loyalist Legios and put it in play. Oh man, okay. So you can just start churning out knights. I like it, actually. Except this is coming in very late game. It's kind of slow. But I'm not sure, like, if the Titans have enough health between their bodies and their weapons and the healing that they are able to often eke out games to the end, this could become a big factor. It'll be interesting to see. And lastly, Ascraeus. This is a Warhound Titan, overload shield, rally, deal 4 damage. Oh, okay, yeah, that's actually pretty good. You put it on the board, you deal up to 8 points of damage. Look at the health and attack it has, as well as shield. It takes 2 hits to destroy. Interesting. I mean, if I had to choose an expensive unit between the two of these, it's a tough choice. I think I'd probably go with Ascraeus because it's easier to, you get value out of it faster. With Manufactorum and Imperialis, you put it down this turn. You choose a vehicle next turn, although if you're lucky, your vehicle might be Ascraeus, and put that vehicle down, and then the turn after that, that vehicle can act. Whereas with Ascraeus, you play it, and your next turn you can use it. And the enemy will probably have to focus on taking it down quickly. Alright, so that's the quick run through of the Loyalist Legios card. So it looks like a very interesting faction. I'm a little concerned about how slow they may turn out to be. There's a lot of self-stunning or the ability to get stunned that they have. Yes, they have a couple of neat tricks up their sleeve to try and remove that. And of course, with all the knights and vehicles, you've got plenty to lean on apart from just your Titan. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. So I'm going to be ending this video here. I'm not going to try it out yet. In a couple of hours, I am going to go live streaming on Steam at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time for the Skulls for the Skull Throne event on today, June 1st, 2022. And I'll try it out then, and if not, then definitely on this weekend I'll be throwing up some more videos and streams with using the Loyalist Legios on the ladder. Alright, so thanks for watching this video, everyone, and yeah, so I will hopefully see you on the battlefields with the Titans. Alright, bye for now, everyone.